to our Tuesday discussion today. My name is Christoph Mauch, I'm the director of the Rachel Carlson Center, and together with Gesa Lüdecke, the back there, we are convening our Tuesday discussions. Today it's my turn to introduce our speakers. We have two speakers today. I'm sorry for the delay today, so my introduction will be brief. Laura Schultheiss and Patrick Bombik.
Correct.
Actually, it sounds really good in German. It sounds like Bombik is smashing in German. And Bombi, they are talking about glassic, and it's glassic with a G, not with a C. So they're talking about glass instead of plastic, and glass in Thailand. Laura told me yesterday that she really, when she came from, wherever she came from, Hesse to Bavaria, she really didn't want to stay here, but she loved the mountains, and perhaps it was a good thing that she was not that intrigued by the business studies here at LMU and missed something that was sustainability, and that's why she moved into a project, or created a project together with Patrick, who is studying business informatics at the Technical University. We only just met. I'm excited. They're going to talk about a project in Thailand, about a recycling project. They're both circular economy enthusiasts, and I can't wait to hear from them. So please join me in welcoming Laura and Patrick.
Yeah, so we envision a world where resources remain at their highest levels throughout the life cycle. We envision a world where people live pleasant lives closely connected to nature. We envision a world where circular systems serve people, planet, and prosperity. So today we are here, Patrick and me, myself, Laura, to present you Glassic. Glassic is a team of 12 students from various universities in Munich. And it's a project of the broader Enactus network. So you probably heard about Enactus. It's student initiatives, one of the world's largest ones. And it aims at establishing self-sustaining ventures that try to tackle social and environmental problems. But today we are not here to talk about Enactus, but rather about Glassic, our vision and mission, and how we came there, or where we started, and that's where Patrick is starting now.
Wonderful. So my name is Patrick. I founded Project Glassic, and about 6 years ago I did a journey to Thailand to enjoy my New Year's Eve in Thailand, and I saw this. And I was already part of Enactus, and I thought, okay, that's probably something where we can't just keep it like this. So one beach further, I saw this, and I thought, okay, that's the challenge I want to take during my time at Enactus. So I started with this problem, the plastic pollution problem. We probably all are aware of it, and I wanted to find a problem which is actually tackling it at the root cause. And during our problem research, we found kind of 3 key problems which are in a very root cause. One of them is that there is a completely overstrained waste management. So, for example, on the island where we're currently working at, they do have 2 waste trucks, but they would like to have 7. I think this kind of explains how overstrained the situation is. There's mainly or highly no awareness about the problem, and there are also no alternatives. So even if you are aware, you can't do anything about it. And last but not least, the consumption of plastic is incredibly growing when you take a look at Southeast Asia. So that's a problem, and we thought, okay, how can we actually tackle it? So what's the solution to it? And I mean, it's a quite complex topic. So our solution to this problem needs to be kind of based on 3 pillars. And one is actually handling the current pollution. So organizing cleanups and supporting the waste management to be less overstrained, to sort better, to actually make a business out of it, because it's possible. You need to engage with the community, you need to educate it, but then while also educating it, there need to be an alternative so that you can actually also change it in the long run. And last but not least, it needs to be a scalable and a business-based approach, because the problem is broad, it's global, and just being an NGO can't be the solution. So being Enactus, we thought, okay, there needs to be a business opportunity in there. And it's a very complex kind of approach, and most of these things hardly actually make money. So how do we actually start with this? And there Laura comes in.
Thank you. Yeah, so to kick off or to tackle this complex problem, we initiated a local startup on the island Kakut. And this startup is producing mineralized drinking water that is filled in reusable bottles and then sold to hotels and restaurants. But actually, how is it working in practice? So that's our core business system. So we aim to avoid single-use plastic bottles. And thereby we create a circular system that not only reduces resource consumption, but also allows us to generate self-sustaining profits. So here you can see the circular system. So we use water from a tap. Then we process it and bottle it into reusable bottles. We deliver it to hotels and restaurants and also do the cleaning so that we can then deliver it back to them through the hotels and restaurants. But we are not on this alone, so we do have a local network that supports us. For one, there's Eco Pure Water. Eco Pure Water is our technology partner and has a long expertise in drinking water. So they know how to produce high quality drinking water. Then there's Soneva. Soneva is our kind of implementation and knowledge partner right from the beginning. And then we've got Kitty Pat, who is our construction partner and on whose property our production fallacy is established. Yeah, so just with this small circular system, we already generate some impact. So by selling around 3,000 bottles of reusable of drinking bottles a day, we can avoid 500,000 bottles of single-use plastic a year, and that amounts to 10 tons of plastic per year. So that's quite a huge amount. And we also can generate like local jobs and also a profit from around 95,000. Yeah, so you may think, where are those business students today? So we already created a business case. We also generated some funding to establish our production fallacy in place, and we also made a huge market research. But then there was the pandemic and we couldn't launch the project yet. But the bottles, the boxes are already in place, and also the parts for the system are going to be there in December. And that's also when the part of our team will be there to secure our partnerships and detail the local operations. But that's only where we are right now. And Patrick is going to go further with you.
Yes, so as Laura already mentioned, the bottle business is kind of our baseline. The baseline, which actually allows us to fund the solution to those three problems I mentioned at the very beginning. So let's briefly go back to this. First of all, what's the outlook? We want to launch the business this spring, and then the whole process can start. We, as you already see here on the left, we'll be cooperating with an NGO called Trash Hero, which is already organizing cleanups on a constant basis, but they always struggle with a low funding, or rather no funding. And therefore we would support them by, for example, employing a part-time role to enable them to actually organize cleanups in the long run. Then with the community together, we'll engage into awareness campaigns, join the schools and educate the people. The children are already joining the cleanup, so there's already an awareness campaign running, but it's also very limited and they hardly actually can sustain. And last but not least, Laura already mentioned, we're business students. This needs to be a business, so there will be also businesses founded, one here in Germany, which will be a proven non-profit company, which is actually kind of playing the role of the, let's say, the head who's setting up all of the islands. So our vision, Laura introduced you to, is actually becoming physical. It's actually becoming ready to impact Thailand. And and we are doing this because, well, we want to be the people who are driving system change for sustainable now and tomorrow, and that's glassic, and we're very happy to join the discussion with you guys, and that's it from our side for now.